Today, I'm going to add 4 unique Backrooms levels, and then continue the process of building a massive Lego skyscraper out of them. Let's start with my favorite one. Level 188 is a strange hotel courtyard. It appears to be a relatively safe and quiet area, but occasionally, mysterious entities appear in the windows. If you're not afraid of the monsters that will show up later in the video, then give it a like. I spent well over a week carefully building these levels, so your like will really help to support me and keep me going. By your request, I'll be making all the levels bigger because the previous ones were really small. To start things off, I made those very same intricate winding paths. In the original, there's a strange circle in the middle here, and I'm making the exact same one using a round piece. Unfortunately, I couldn't come up with another way. When I first started working on the building's windows, I had 2 different options. Use regular opening windows or this specific kind of fake Lego piece. I decided to go with the second option, because in the actual real-life location, these windows aren't see-through at all, and we can't see what is behind them. As a result of this, I already have 3 of the walls completely ready. And here's the question, how should I position them correctly? The first wall will just stand straight. As for the next walls, to position them asymmetrically, I had to use these kinds of pieces. In my opinion, this was an absolutely brilliant solution because I managed to make it look as close to the original as possible. Just take a look and compare the original and my version. Efficacy. Come on, this really is that very same location with the windows. It looks so cool. Right now, the skyscraper is 1 level higher than before. Unfortunately, I am not entirely sure of the number of the next level, but maybe one of you can write it down in the comments section below. This is the vast and infinite pool, or rather the entire ocean, in the middle of which stands a mysterious statue that is half submerged in the water. Accordingly, I'll be needing a large blue building plate. In addition to the flowing water, there are also these solid white edges that you can actually walk on. The most interesting part of the display is hidden right now under this mysterious black cloth. To recreate this detailed statue exactly, it actually took me over 4 long hours of work. Are you finally ready to see it? Ta-ra-ra-ram! I've never built anything like this out of Lego before, but in my opinion, it has actually turned out as realistic as possible. The statue itself is curly, so these are the individual hair. I made them out of rock pieces. This is the nose, and here are the eyes. By the way, it kind of looks like Squidward's house from SpongeBob. Clark, why on earth are you swimming so calmly right now? Do you honestly and truly believe that there is absolutely no danger lurking here? Of course, there is a massive amount of danger all around us. There are incredibly huge, hungry sharks circling nearby that could very easily eat you in a single bite. So, to be at least a little bit safe, I recommend having a boat. Even an inflatable one will do. Clark, get away from that shark right now. No! It looks like the shark has finally caught Clark after all. Let's move to the next level a bit more quickly. Level 42. Welcome to the endless shopping mall. On the one hand, it is safe and clean in here. For some strange reason, many stores are missing their merchandise, but the longer we stay here, the more dangerous it becomes, because mold starts to appear everywhere. This time, I decided to use completely white colors. There will be a passage here, and here will be an escalator to the 2nd floor. There's also a passage here. Here I've marked out the restroom, and here we'll place the first store, and it will be a Lego store. We are going to place Lego sets in the window. We'll hang the same ones, but with a much wider selection on the wall. The cash register will be in this spot. Then I constructed a small train that will closely resemble an original Lego set, and right at the entrance we'll be greeted by a special stand with an incredibly rare minifigure. And in the shopping mall, we're going to install a restroom. I even put a special sticker on the door so that no one would get lost. Inside, I installed 2 toilets. By the way, let me know in the comments if you know who this character sticking out of the toilet is, and on the other side there are 2 sinks. And you can actually hide in this restroom. But who would you be hiding from in this shopping mall, Clark? The real problem is that there's a serious risk of running into a skin stealer. These are exceptionally tall, pale humanoids with glowing white eyes. Their outer layer of raw flesh is covered in tiny, microscopic bumps, much like the suction cups found on an octopus's tentacle. They firmly stick to the fresh skin they've torn from people and slowly stretch it to fit perfectly until the skin stealer becomes completely identical to a human. To make the skin stealer, I first created the torso. This is what it looks like, and there are 3 attachment points here. First, we attach the legs, and they look very strange on it, so I used special angled pieces for them. Next, these angled pieces needed to be attached in place of the arms, something like this. But I just couldn't seem to wrap my head around how to do it or how to connect these 2 parts together. So I ended up using a not so pretty connector, but at the time it was the only way to get it done. But now its arms are fully movable and they actually look incredibly lifelike and realistic. Just one final touch left and the skin stealer is ready. No, Clark, the terrifying skin stealer is already approaching your shelter right now and he is already opening your door. We urgently need to hide on the 2nd floor. For this, I made a brand new escalator, so I'm installing it right here. So he has a safe place where he can run. I'm installing a 2nd floor with an opening. Monsters can't climb to the 2nd floor quickly, so we have a bit of time. And Clark actually manages to get up. To avoid accidentally falling down to the 1st floor where the monsters are, I'm installing handrails. Honestly, the scariest thing is looking down to see what's below. By the way, there are 2 completely empty stores on the 2nd floor. There's absolutely nothing in them. And this is a spacious lounge area where you can sit and relax before you start your shopping. But to be honest, you can't buy anything in this mall anymore. If we hide the skin stealer in one of the stores, theoretically, he won't be able to get out because the doors are way too small for him. That's actually a really good idea. Honestly, guys, for some reason, I have a very bad feeling about Clark, like the entities might catch him soon and he definitely won't survive. But let's check that out right after we finish assembling the next level. The next level is the aquariums, and here is where one of the biggest and, in my opinion, scariest monsters is found. It's an absolutely massive shark. The aquariums here are also truly endless. You just can't get through all of them. There are tons of different fish here, and of course monsters too. That is why I made a special wall with a hole, into which I can put one of the scariest sharks in my collection. It is a zombie shark. Its jaws open up just like this. By the way, Clark can easily fit right in there. And we'll carefully position this shark model here as if it's slowly rising up from the water. Then we can securely seal everything back up from above. And now it really looks like something out of the Backrooms. I added a bit of sand to the bottom of the aquarium. Right here we can place a cute little turtle. In the clear water we'll have a tiny crab swimming around some green plants. And on the other side I'll put colorful corals where the tropical fish will live. To make the aquarium glass, I'll need to gather a lot of transparent panels. We'll use the largest available transparent panels on the sides. Then in the front, we'll also use 4 large transparent panels. And on the sides, panels that are 2 by 5 by 1. Next to it, we'll set up a small specialized aquarium where a lobster will swim, and right beside it, a bigger aquarium with a playful dolphin. And honestly, I feel sorry for that dolphin because there's really not much space for it in there. Wait, stop. Did I really forget Clark in the aquarium? Or is that not him? I have more questions than answers. Who did that shark actually eat? He kind of looks like Clark, but it is possible that it's not actually him. To make sure you don't miss the next part of Lego Backrooms, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There, we'll find out what happened to Clark.